Okay, wait, I gotta do this right. Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Our friend, our resident yoga guru, Nancy, is here again with us today. Oh, and Cheryl's going to join us. Yay! Love this. And so you were so kind as to come in, I don't know, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We did some yoga, some basic beginner learning things, and so we said, okay, well, that was really fun, and we had a lot of participation in it. So Nancy is back.
Hello. Yep.
And we're going to do
Some more basic things.
because
It's all basic. Beginner's mind.
Love that.
Every moment as if it's fresh and you're just a 3-year-old exploring.
Love that. Does that mean that I have a mind, that we have minds?
More or less.
It is Monday.
It is Monday. You are correct on that. But
we want everybody sitting at the edge of the chair and feet about hip distance apart.
Wait,
And
okay.
we measure hip distance by bringing fists together like this, and if we can bend over and get the hands between the arches, that's hip distance apart. So you want your arches to touch your fists,
Oh.
and that's hip distance apart.
Oh. So you learn something new every day.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully. So as we sit at the edge of our chair, just to remind everybody that the pelvis tilts forward just a little bit, and then that can maintain the natural curvature in the spine at the lower end, and then with the shoulders back over the hips and the head, ears kind of in line with the shoulders, we have the curvature in the neck too. So sitting up straight, sitting at the edge of the chair helps the nervous system to say, hey, life is good.
Woohoo!
We're anticipating something wonderful to come.
Because we all typically sit like this.
Right. Or we slump back in
Yes.
the chair, and,
I mean,
and it's comfortable. Sometimes I find myself on the couch with my laptop like this. So,
Even you do it.
Even
Okay,
I
I
do
don't feel so bad then.
yes. And since Amanda gave me a love seat, I've been actually sitting on furniture rather than the floor.
Is that a yoga thing? Because I have a friend who is very, very much, she doesn't live around here anymore, but very, very much into yoga. And she used to sit on the floor all the time.
It's better for your hips. I went to a conference once, and one of the most famous national yoga teachers was leading a class, and he said, people ask me all the time, what can I do for my hips? He said, get off your furniture, sit on the floor. Because the furniture we have is generic. It's made not for us, not for somebody who's short, not for somebody who's tall, but somebody who's kind of in between, which nobody is. And it encourages us to be lazy in our posture. The other thing is, if we get up and down off the floor all the time, we can continue to do that into our 80s and 90s, perhaps.
You're exactly right about that. Just thinking about, setting on the floor and then trying to get up, if you're doing that over and over again, that has to be a good thing, because I can't even get up off the floor half the time. I feel like
it seems like it gets harder and harder every year.
I bend over at the restaurant to pick something up. I'm like, stuck.
Yeah.
You need one of those grabby things.
Yeah, the little claw things. Yes.
But if you're 85 and you fall and you can't get up off the floor, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then you got to call the squad, which is expensive and it's not good.
No.
So it's an important thing to do.
Yeah, so sit on the floor. Well, when you're sitting on the floor, though, what is the best way to sit on the floor?
Well, I'm going to back up. It depends on your knees and your hips and everything else.
Sure.
Okay? So, but I'm going to back up and kind of demonstrate maybe on the chair. Yeah, I don't have enough chair here. But I sit like this.
So kind of crisscross.
Yeah,
kind of.
crisscross applesauce. But the better thing for people who
How do you get your legs to do that?
the better thing for people who don't do that very often is to have the shins kind of parallel to each other, and then one foot, one crossed over the other, and that actually gives you more ability to sit up straight and be supported.
Okay.
And you don't have to worry about whether or not get my foot up there, you know.
Just do the best you can.
Do the best you
correct?
can.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I assume though, as you do that more and more, you'll become stronger and more flexible, and it will become easier.
Yeah, I think that there's a point at which, as we age into things, you have to work harder.
Mhm.
Like for you it will be easy.
I hope. We'll see.
Because I didn't start doing yoga till I was 49, and 50s and early 60s were wonderful in
Okay.
terms of my strength and flexibility. And now that I'm a little older than that and not practicing quite so much, it's more difficult. So
Okay.
daily
So there's
practice.
hope for us.
There is
There's
hope.
hope. Yes, there's hope. Yes, 60s like the new 40.
You know,
there's hope for me.
There is something to that. I do believe that people, I feel like, are feeling younger,
Mm-hmm.
or fighting getting older.
Well, I
More.
think the culture has shifted so that I can remember my parents seemed like they were very old in their 50s. And I think the whole culture has revved up somehow, and so people are much more active longer.
Oh, yes.
I feel like,
And that
yeah.
activity keeps you young.
I turned 50 this year, and I honestly, I feel more empowered and better than I did when I was 40. For some reason, 40, I about had a meltdown. Like, it was very depressing for me.
Right.
But 50, I'm just like feeling sassy and let's go.
Best years of my life were 50 to 65.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I just kind
I
of
had
feel
energy and clarity, and life was like, wow, yeah.
You know what? I think that once I passed 50, I kind of stopped worrying about other people's opinions of me and judgments, and I
Right.
stopped being so judgmental about myself and about other things around me. I just kind of, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think
Here I am.
you just,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like
I'm
this
much more laid back, I
confidence
think.
that you, like, you're just like, whatever, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
shall we do some yoga?
Let's do it.
Okay. So
Now that
we're-
we've solved all the world's problems.
At least the small problems. So bring your hands to your knees, and we're going to start by first we're going to start breathing. I think we spent a long time setting the breath last time. So right now we're going to try to remind ourselves of how to do that. So just keep your hands resting on your legs. Close your eyes for a moment and see if you can feel your heart beating. And if you can, inhale for a count of 4 heartbeats and exhale for a count of 4 heartbeats, so that we're coordinating our breath with the heartbeat. And then open your eyes and bring your arms onto your knees. And I'm going to do a count rhythm. I'll say inhale 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
We're going to lift our arms, okay, to that same count. And notice what happens with the chest, the ribs, that those will expand. They'll expand forward because the movement is forward. But see if you can also feel an expansion in the back of your ribs. Your diaphragm, the primary muscle of respiration, is attached to the sternum in front of the ribs all the way around in the spine in the back. Right about the same place that there's a muscle called the psoas that comes from the spine, comes behind the internal organs and attaches to the inner thighs. So,
Whoa.
yeah.
Okay.
And that muscle is responsible for helping us. It's one of the hip flexors. It's responsible for helping us stabilize when we're standing, but
Okay.
also to bring the legs and the torso together. Okay, so
That's important.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll start by closing our eyes, and then I'll count, and we'll go inhale, raise the arms. So we'll inhale, everybody raise your arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, all the way up, and see how much your chest expands. And then exhale, 2, 3, 4. So we're coordinating heart rhythm, breath, and movement. Okay? And also notice that when you raise your arms, you tend to arch your back. See if you can not.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you're just isolating the movement in the shoulders. We're going to work a lot today on the arms.
Okay.
So
I got it.
we're going to go again. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. And one more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So that helps when we move our arms. It creates more space in the chest and the ribs to create more space for the lungs, and we can breathe more deeply. Okay, so now we're going to, hands here, and now we're going to encourage the arching of the back. So we're going to inhale the arms up and arch, and then exhale the hands down and kind of round in. And again, I'll do that to a 4 count. Okay?
Okay.
Ready at home? So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Next time you do that, see if you can hug the floor with your feet as if you're on the way up, as if you're trying to slide your feet back, so you're engaging your legs too and your feet.
Okay.
And then keep that as you exhale and curl in, and maybe even kind of try to squeeze the glutes when you curl in, so that we're engaging the whole body.
Sure.
Okay? So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we're going to bring our, just inhale up, 2, 3, 4, and stay there. We'll interlace our fingers and then flip the hands and press up.
Okay.
So inhale, 2, 3, 4, stay there, interlace your fingers, flip your hands, press up. Notice how your shoulders are close to your ears. Continue to breathe as if I'm counting for a 4 count breath. And then we're keeping our arms up, trying to keep the elbows straight, lower the shoulders away from the ears, keeping the elbows straight, and then lift the shoulders up, and then lower them and lift them up without arching the back if you can. So we're isolating the muscles, and we're squeezing those muscles around the neck to release any tension, and then hold them up and release. And then bring your arms down. Yeah. So we're going
Nice.
to work with the neck now.
You got all this, Adrian?
So just squeeze shoulder blades, shoulders up, and then let them drop. And then squeeze and just let them drop. Instead of controlling the drop, just let them drop down. So we're squeezing, we're tightening the muscles, and then we're releasing the muscles. And then one more time, up and down. Okay. And now we'll turn our heads. So we'll turn to the left as far as we can go, and then bring the head back to center and turn to the right. And here we're going to inhale to the center, and then exhale left, and inhale center, and exhale right. and inhale, center. Now bring your thumb in front of you. This is an eye exercise.
Oh.
And we're gonna we're gonna be space invaders.
Okay. I love
Flip you in the mouth.
that. Okay.
So, but what you're gonna do is you're not turning your head. You're letting your eyes move. You're trying to keep that in your peripheral vision until you can no longer see it. And then you slowly move it back. And then cross over to the left, keeping your head straight. And then bring it back and relax. Not easy to do without turning your head, because the first thing you want to do is turn your head to follow. So, but it's a really good focusing exercise.
Now I'm going to get you.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. And
Payback.
say hello to Cheryl until you can no longer see it. And then you come back and cross over. Good. And then come back and relax. And now we will stretch the sides of the body. So we'll lift the arms, just shoot them straight up.
Like we're cheerleaders?
Yes, like we're cheerleaders, or like we've got weights. And then bring your right hand down to the chair and lean to the right. But notice how your left hip wants to come up off the chair. So see if you can keep that down. You might even hold the floor with your feet, press your feet down and engage the glutes. Look up toward your hand, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale back up, and then exhale that arm down. So
That's fun.
yeah, and you can do this at your desk anytime you need a break.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and recommendations. I used to follow all these online gurus about business and creating your own brand and blah, 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 which I never really did. But it was fun to think about. And one of the things is, like, every 2 hours, do something physical. Or every 45 minutes, do something physical, and your mind, your brain gets. Okay, arms up again. Inhale, and then left hand down, and we're leaning to the left. So here, the right hip wants to come up. See if you can keep it down. Engage the glutes. Look at the right arm and inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Come on up and exhale. Lower the arm down. Okay, we're going to twist next, and then we're going to do a forward bend, and then we're going to do some arm exercises, and then we'll do a back bend and strengthening.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm down.
So, what did I say? We're twisting. Okay. All right. Didn't have enough coffee this morning. Inhale, lift your arms, and then start from your belly. Hug the floor with the feet. Engage your glutes, and now keep your chin in line with your sternum and turn your whole body to the right. And when you're there, then bring your right hand down, hold the chair, left hand to your right leg. And now, if you'd like to, you can start to turn your head and look over that right shoulder. I'm not counting. We'll just take one more breath. And now, we're bringing the head back in line with the sternum first, and then untwisting the whole body. A lot of teachers will tell you to turn your head first, but I find that if I turn my head first, I don't get as much of a rotation in my lower body.
See that.
So arms up again, inhaling up, And then keep the arms up, hug the floor with the feet, engage the glutes, and then from your navel, you're turning to the left. Once you can't get to turn the torso anymore, bring your hands down, left hand to the chair, right hand to your left leg, and then turn your head and look over the left shoulder. Imagine you're one of those great horned owls. You can swivel your head around. And don't forget to breathe deeply. One more breath. And inhale, head first, and then the torso. Okay. So to do the forward bend, widen your feet just a little bit, and then turn your toes out. Mostly we want our toes forward, but this time we're turning them out. And then I'm going to have to move back a little bit so I don't fall off the chair. That would be fun.
I mean, it would make for great TV.
It would.
And she could probably get up off the floor.
Yeah, and she could get up off the floor, so. Yeah.
So come forward and hold your ankles as much as you can. And then press your arms into your legs and your legs into your arms. So you want to be able to not open them so much anymore, Cheryl. You want to keep the same position, but here we're working with the arms and the legs. And you might feel this in your inner thigh muscles, up in the groins. And then let your chin come down. And one more deep breath. And then we're going to walk our hands forward and reach our arms and come up. So, did you feel that in your lower back?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I definitely feel it here too.
Okay, good. So we'll work on the arms and then a back bend, and then if we have time, we'll work on the legs, because we did a lot with the legs last time and the hips, okay? So first we're going to hug ourselves, but the way we're going to hug ourselves, yeah, we all need hugs, is we're bringing our arms forward, and then you're going to cross your left elbow over the right elbow. Okay, it's awkward. You feel that you're kind of rounding forward. See if you can draw the shoulder blades back, and then bring your arms to your hands to your opposite shoulder. So this can feel really, really good. And I get lost online. I don't know if any of you do that. But,
No.
but I was looking at one, maybe a mini TED Talk or something, where they were actually encouraging people to hug themselves. So we have the left arm over the right arm, and so you can stay here. So this is, you can feel this in the backs of your shoulders. You can feel this in your arms. So this might be where you stay. You could also maybe press down on the left arm and up on the right arm, and you can feel more work in your arms, and take some deep breaths. And then you might bring the backs of your hands together with the elbows high.
Okay.
Maybe hook your wrists. Yeah, it doesn't
What?
matter. I know. And then I have been in classes where the teacher actually straightened her elbows, that's way beyond me.
Wait, how? Okay.
So backs of the hands together, more or less. And then the right hand would come toward your nose and then over to the wrist, okay?
Oh my gosh. That's hard.
Yes, and then the tendency is for the hands to come close to the forehead, so you want to try to open that and then lift the elbows. And you can go up and down a little bit. And hello.
That's a good stretch.
Isn't it? And then back. And release.
Oh, yeah,
That's like a whole shoulder thing going on. Yeah.
And then that's part of a posture called eagle, where you're balancing on one leg and the arms are like that and you curl in. And we'll do that in a second. But not standing up.
Okay.
So,
yeah, you don't want that.
Then the arms are forward, and now we're reversing. So the right elbow comes over the left, and we hug. And so I used to go to classes with people who were doing handstands in class and really fancy arm balances and stuff. And the teacher used to say, don't pay attention to them. The only reason that they're doing that is because they need to do more to feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're feeling something, we're doing it right, regardless of what it looks like. And then we breathe into that feeling. There's something in yoga called the edge. So we go to the edge of our discomfort. And as one of my friends says, then we're comfortably uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And we stay there for a while. And then that discomfort becomes comfortable. And then we move on to maybe hands behind. And I can't even get my hands behind anymore. And then the left hand comes in front toward your nose, and you can lift up and down and forward and back if you feel like it. The biggest thing is, and I like to practice with my eyes closed so I can breathe, pay attention to the sensations, relax into the sensations, and then release and relax. And the biggest problem that we have that I see in gyms, and I've started going out and doing weight training now, is that our ego gets involved and we want to do more, so we push ourselves.
Sure.
And if you can kind of stay where you are and close your eyes and relax into it and breathe into it, you can generally tell when you're going too far. If we just have a goal, then we hurt ourselves.
Yeah, I could see that.
So anyway, so one more practice. I think I had, no, because this is a slap, so we won't do that.
I mean, that could make for good TV.
Actually, Abbott and Costello.
Right.
We could do that then. Okay.
Or the Three Stooges.
Right, yeah.
We save those ones for Friday afternoons.
So let's, we'll get back to the hip when we do the hips. Bring your hands behind the chair. We did a forward bend, so this is a back bend, and you can press down. Notice that when you press down and draw your shoulder blades together, your belly tends to go forward. So see if you can keep your abdominal muscles drawing in and focus on stretching the muscles of the chest. Let the head move back and open your throat and take a deep breath. And release. So now we're warmed up. Walk your feet forward. Bring your hands back again. This time you're leaning back. Bring your belly in, and this might be enough, okay? So if you would like to strengthen the upper body and the arms, lift your butt off the floor and bring your toes forward and look up. And come on back. That laughter's perfect because that's my response to when somebody asks me something to do something. I go, "Are you kidding me?"
Love it.
Okay, so we've done arms. Now we'll do legs a little bit. And I have no track of time, so we'll see.
We're good. 10 minutes
Okay,
or so.
good. So bring your right ankle onto your...
Oh boy, here we go.
Yes.
The lack of flexibility.
Well, yeah, that's all of us. And one of my first workshop teachers said it's not flexibility, it's adaptability
Okay.
that we need to do. And that's something that's, I think, especially important in the age we're living in. So foot flex back, and I like to press down. And you notice you get a little bit more sensation in the
yeah.
hip.
Right through here.
Huge.
But then see what happens when you press up too. So the force is equal, and we're working with isometrics here in some regard. Yoga works with isometric principles a lot. So as we press down, we also press up, And then this involves the rest of the body. It involves, I can feel it in my right hip and in my shoulder and in my arm. And a deep breath.
No, Dylan, you come in here, you got to do yoga.
Good job.
Dylan's trying to sneak through.
Good. And then slide your leg over.
Oh gosh.
And see if you can bring your right shin toward your left shin. And then press your left shin toward your right shin.
Wait.
I feel it
okay.
in my butt now
Okay.
when I do that. And the thighs kind of squeeze together, engage the glutes.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. I got it.
And breathe. You could do this in a restaurant. It might keep you from eating that cake. If that's your goal. And release. And just kind of walk it out.
Okay.
And other side. Now, some traditions, and I've studied a lot of different traditions, I meant to tell you too that there are as many different kinds of yoga and sects, if you will, or traditions, as there are different kinds of Christianity.
Sure.
So there's no just one yoga. Some are very devotional, some are just purely physical, some work only with the mind. So it's not just a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. And we gravitate toward the things that, based on our temperament and our personalities, I think. So flex a foot back. Cheryl, can you bring your foot over a little bit more? Yeah. And then press down and back up. I went to Rock for Tots, Rock for Kids on Friday night.
Yes.
I had so much fun. I danced and danced and danced and danced.
Good.
That's awesome.
My hips really hurt.
People don't realize what a workout dancing can be.
Oh, it was wonderful. I told Amanda, I went with Amanda, and I said, I am so happy right now. I looked around, I just loved everybody.
That's great.
This is like probably a serotonin boost too, yeah.
60s music, awesome. And then we're going to slide that left leg over the right. I'm going to try to squeeze those shins together and the inner thighs together and engage the glutes. And deeply breathe. And release. Okay, now I said we're gonna do a seated eagle pose.
Okay.
Okay, and I can never remember over under, but I think. Okay, arms out, and cross left elbow over right, and then take hold of your shoulders. You can stay here if you want, or you can move the hands out and hold your wrist. But then we're taking the right leg over the left, and we're going to take a deep inhale and then come forward. Engage the abdominal muscles. Let your chin come down and take 3 deep breaths. And release.
I felt that in my thigh. Am I supposed to feel that in my thigh?
You're supposed to feel it where you do.
Okay.
Because we're all different. And those of us who teach yoga, we teach based on what we feel in our own bodies, but that's not relevant to everybody in our
Gotcha.
classes. So I can say, oh, feel that there, and go,
Not so much.
I don't think so. Okay, so arms out, and now right over left. Did we do right over left before?
No, we did left over right, so
Did we?
now we're right over left.
Okay. See, I need my students to tell me where I am in class. I had one student once, and I said something, and I always mistake right and left. And I said left, she goes, right. Okay, somebody's awake out there. I'm glad.
Good deal.
Okay, and so now it's left over right. Keep this position because it's still a really good stretch in the back, or move to the other one, and take a deep inhale and exhale, draw in, deep breathing, let your chin come toward your collarbone, inhales and exhales with the heart rhythm as much as we can. And imagine you're an eagle protecting its young high up, getting ready to fly away, just drawing inward, and then inhale up and spread your wings. Okay, good. And I think that's about all I have prepared, but we can work on our feet. That's one of the things. So lift,
Ooh, I like
lower.
feet.
Yes. One of the things I like to do in a lot of poses, and I'm going to take off my shoes. I won't insist that you all do it. But is to really press down on the balls of the toes and to try to really stretch the calves. So if you really lift
Yeah.
your heel up,
Mm-hmm.
you
can feel it back,
that in the
yeah.
calf, yes. Take a few deep breaths. And if you feel like you're trying to get up off the chair, you put a lot of pressure, you might even feel it in your hamstrings.
Mm-hmm.
And then the reason I like to take my shoes off is when I'm in this position, I like to massage my feet, which can be really, really helpful. I've started to massage my feet before I go to sleep at night.
Makes sense.
Probably helps with circulation.
It does, and it's also, there are acupressure points, acupuncture points on the feet. If you look it up, there's a map on the feet and the hands and the ears and the tongue that refer to the internal organs. So
Okay.
saying, hi liver, I hope you're doing well today.
Hi, liver, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey, I've been drinking my mushroom coffee. I'm taking
Oh.
care of my liver. It's good.
Is it? You like it?
I do.
Oh.
Strangely. It's really good,
Well,
actually.
Do you use it
Does
with
it-
cream or just by itself?
Does it taste like coffee?
No.
I don't like coffee. Does it taste like mushrooms?
No. It's
Does it taste like
almost
dirt?
No. You just need to try it. It's almost it's creamy and it's almost to me more chocolatey than anything.
Huh.
And that sounds really strange because it's mushrooms and there's like 7 different mushrooms in it or something. But what I read finally is because I do drink coffee in the morning, you can just mix them together. So that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's 2 birds with 1 stone.
Health and zip.
Yes.
Health and zip. So take your right foot forward. Bring your hands behind. And you're going to try to, we're not lifting it, but point your toes so much that you feel like you're trying to curl the toes down and actually bring the toes to the floor in front of you. Feel that? So my calf is starting to cramp.
I was gonna say
I'm
I'm gonna end up with a cramp.
I don't really like this. But if you can curl your toes in there too, you might be able to feel your arch. And
Yes.
then, if that's not enough sensation, then you would lift the body and really try to get the toes down. And release. Oops. Thanks, Liv. And bring that back. So I was in a workshop, and this was taught to me to be a way to alleviate plantar fasciitis.
Yes, because I battled that.
Yeah, so the toes forward, and a lot of the time that condition in the foot is a result of tight calves, all right? So we're trying to, and if you're not feeling cramping, if you're not feeling anything at all, then that's when you lift. If you're feeling something before that, you don't have to lift. It's really good for arm strengthening too, though. Okay.
Oh, you mean the furnace that we're not allowed to touch? Okay.
Oh. If that happens again, just do this to me and I'll try to speak more loudly, okay? Because I tend to be soft, especially if I'm a little tired. So bring your hands, interlace your hands. We're going to do some stuff with the arms and the breath now. So we're going to flip the hands and we're going to inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And I'm going to sit a little bit back so my elbows don't poke you. So, and then we're going to do this quickly. It's, it'll look like this a little bit.
Okay.
Which really energizes the body, okay? So, and do it on your own breath. So if this is easier, then do it that way. We're almost done. Okay, this is the last thing, so. Think of a bellows. Anybody lightheaded yet?
A little bit.
Okay.
We need
So-
to have her come in with Tim Jackson on CPR day.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it reminded me of.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just a moment, because Pete's here and we're done. So close your eyes, take a moment to let your breath return to normal. Maybe interlace your fingers or put your hands in prayer or something. But just center yourself, bring yourself inside. Feel your entire body as much as possible. Feel your heartbeat. Allow your lips to turn up into a slight Mona Lisa smile. And namaste. Thank you all.
No.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Great to see you again.
Yes,
Love you.
thank you. How fun. Very good. Well, Nancy,
Okay.
you're just a delight. Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel
Yes.
as if I can conquer the day now.
Yes, it's going to be a good day.
Yes.
I feel like it's going to be a good day.
After the last time, I was so calm when I went to work that people would say things and I'd have a rebuttal and I think, no, you don't have to say that. It's fine.
I was so calm after you left last time. I'm like, is it nappy nap time? Everybody's like, no, it's only 10 a.m.
Well, maybe we'll see you again in December.
Absolutely. We love that. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do a couple of messages and then we will rearrange and be back with Pete Wilson in just a minute.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right. Well, namaste, Pete.
Whatever. I'm not against that. It sounds like you have peace of mind as well as body, right?
It's great.
Okay.
We love us some Nancy and doing yoga first thing in the morning. What a great way to start your day.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yes.
And that would work for Yogi Bear, right?
Maybe.
I used to think when I was a kid that's what yoga was.
Yoga was Yogi?
Was Yogi Bear.
With a picnic basket?
Which I like Yogi Bear.
Was he the one that always stole the picnic
Yogi
baskets?
Bear and Boo Boo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They always chased by the ranger.
Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
They don't have cartoons like that anymore.
No, they don't. I was going to say that. It's very depressing. But anyway.
Okay, they're probably in some archive somewhere.
Probably.
Right.
All right, so Pete is here. We have some news to get to, I know.
Right, exactly. Well, we're going to start with what is a really big story in Vinton County. It's a kind of a developing story. We've seen it. We've seen this happen before in our local area, or not happen. But it's an announcement that that a company from Texas called Recurrent Energy would like to establish a solar generation field in Vinton County. And they had a public information meeting on the evening of the election, as a matter of fact, November the 4th, and a lot of people didn't seem to know about it. So after we publicized the story in the paper last week, there were lots of commentary on website and Facebook, hey, I didn't know, and some pros and cons and like that. So, the reporting on this is very important. That story is posted. But at the Vinton County High School, they had a kind of like a presentation there. They were there to answer questions and so forth. And what they want to do is create what they're calling a solar generation field on the former property of where the Sands Hill Coal Company had coal mining operations west of Hamden.
Okay.
So, we're not too close rather close to Jackson County. But what they want to do is lease the property for 40 years and create 180 megawatts of alternating current. That is a unit of electric power where the power would be placed on the grid. And this would be power not necessarily for local, but for, beyond that, the national grid. You got to have the raw source of power somewhere. And
yeah, the solar thing's very, very unique, and it's kind of hard to wrap your head around it.
Right. So actually, they met, the folks from Recurrent Energy actually met with the commissioners back in the summer for an initial meeting, and this was the first kind of like public information meeting. And as I said, there wasn't that many people there because people didn't know about it. We did not receive direct information that there was going to be a public information meeting. I understand that there was a very small legal advertisement in a different paper. So, a lot of, I'm not saying that anyone was trying to hide anything. People just didn't know.
Yeah, sure.
But very important, there's going to be another public information meeting on December the 2nd. It will be at Vinton County High School from 5 to 7 p.m. And once again, Recurrent Energy representatives, both legal and engineering, and on the promotional side, will be there to answer questions and make explanations, maybe have handouts, et cetera, on something that a lot of people really don't know about. They've heard about, but it will be a thing where they'll understand what a solar generation field is. Now, there will be some tax revenue that would come into different taxing entities for that. And so that would be one of the positive byproducts of this operation. Vinton County Commissioners and Vinton County Auditor Cindy Wall was at this last meeting, and I'm sure they'll probably be at the next meeting as well. I'm not exactly sure what kind of approvals are needed on the local level, but I do know that this proposed project is large enough that it has to receive state approval through the Ohio Power Siting Board. So, we're talking about kind of a prolonged process or whatever, but part of it is, the reception on the local level. I think the Ohio Power Siting Board will, give some gravity to that.
Okay.
So anyway, that's a big story that's developing in Vinton County. If you lived in Jackson yesterday afternoon and were watching the football game, you may have had your entertainment disrupted because we had an electric service outage at Jackson yesterday.
No.
Yes. In the afternoon, it lasted about 90 minutes approximately. I don't think it was the whole city, but it was a good part of the city, especially I know on the south and east end of the city, south and west end of the city.
We had that not too long ago during the Apple Festival.
Right,
if you
right.
remember.
The power went out, and what happened was there was a circuit that shorted out at the substation that was on Vaughn Street. As you go up to the high school, there's this little substation to the left at the foot of the hill. If you look over there to the right, you'll see it. It's about where you start to go up the hill, and it's where they stop you if they're getting parking fees. About there, right there is where that substation is. But anyway, that was about 90 minutes. The city electric crews are always very quick to restore the power. But
yes, they are.
That was about 90 minutes yesterday, and affected a lot of the city customers, but not all. Okay, I tell you what, it was so ironic what happened with the Jackson Ironmen. They lost on Friday night to London, who had never been defeated. We talked about how good they were. 6 straight shutouts, so they couldn't stop the Jackson Ironmen, but they scored one more touchdown than Jackson did, and that gave them the victory. And you know what? They did it with 35 seconds to play.
Yeah, that was ironic.
And that is exactly when Jackson scored the previous week to beat Miami Trace, if you recall. So I tell you, the coach and all the fans were very proud of the boys.
As they should be.
Right. London was another small-town team. Jackson certainly had a chance, but on paper, London had just rolled through their other opponents. And
we gave them a run for their money, that's for sure.
Right. Jackson actually took the lead in the fourth quarter, 24-21. London got the ball in their own territory, and they took up almost all the time to go deep into Jackson territory. However, it didn't really look good for them. They were on the 19-yard line, had 4th down and 9 yards to go. And London is a team that seldom passes.
Sure.
And so they were in a situation where they had to get at least 9 yards on a run to get a first down, or try to pass, which they're not used to doing. Well, they passed into the end zone. They had protection through their quarterback. Guy came open in the end zone, caught the pass. Jackson did not have enough time to counter and score again, because they would have needed a touchdown.
But that's how playoff games should be, Pete.
Well, give London credit because, they made the drive just as Jackson did the week before.
Yep.
They made the plays. That's why they're undefeated. And it was another irony is that London did run the ball against Jackson, but not really very well. And even though they're used to passing 2 or 3 times a game, every one of their touchdowns came on a pass. So
strange.
Right. So, Jackson was playing to stop the run, which they did, but London took advantage of the fact that's what Jackson was trying to do. So anyway, Jackson finishes 9-3, which is an outstanding season. Now you say, they lost 3 games. Well, they lost to London, who had not lost. They lost to Wheelersburg, who has not lost. And they lost to Ironton, who has only lost to Wheelersburg.
Right.
It was kind of like last season when
like
Jackson,
this triangle.
Jackson lost to Ironton and lost to Watterson, who both won state championships, and their other loss was a disappointing one to Hamilton Ross. So Jackson had a great season, 9-3, but it's finally over. Bodie Wolford, the quarterback, want to give a shout out to him. He rushed the ball for 95 yards and threw for 214 yards. There is Bodie right there running the ball. That was something that London wasn't quite ready for, the quarterback runs. Not so much on scrambles, but on design run-pass options where he can do either one. They were looking to stop Ryan Simons, who is our leading rusher. It seemed like to me, because they did a good job with Ryan, but they didn't quite have an answer for Bodie. Real disappointing loss, heartbreaking loss. But I tell you what, the coach this time, I mean, he calls it like he sees it. If he thinks they didn't play their best, didn't give their best effort, made too many mistakes, he'll call them out for it and say, that's life. You need to learn from it. But he could not do that this time. He knew that they gave it their best shot and came within one play of pulling off an upset.
Yep.
So that was what happened.
Bummer.
All right, let's talk about the Jackson High School competition cheerleaders. Remember, they won a state championship the week before.
Sure.
Okay, well, of course, they went all the way to London to support the Ironmen, did a lot of spirit things during the week. Well, they
Yes,
got
they
up
did.
early on Saturday morning, went to Lexington, Kentucky for what is called the Bluegrass Regional. There were cheerleading squads, top cheerleading squads from Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana. And you know what? They finished first place.
Woohoo!
And including some large schools, much larger than Jackson. So I know it sounds like a broken record. We say this on the paper and the radio and on TV.
That is
but they
awesome.
keep doing amazing things. And that is the group right there opposing after their victory down in Lexington, Kentucky. I don't believe they have any more regional or state competitions. As far as I know, their next competition, let's say schedule something that I don't know about or they schedule it later, they will be going to Disney World for a national or international competition on the weekend of January 30th through February the 2nd, the Universal Cheerleaders
Really cool.
Association. So that story on the competition cheerleaders will be in our Wednesday paper, along with, of course, very thorough coverage of Jackson's football game as well. Okay, we had an injury-related accident out on State Route 93 just south of the city very early on Friday morning.
Yes.
And it didn't turn out to be real serious. However, one of the men involved was taken to Holzer Medical Center Jackson Hospital with what they said at the scene were probably minor injuries. But this happened on State Route 93, just south of Jackson, between Watts Colony Street and Mayu Road in Lick Township. I believe we have a photo of that there, Adrian. There it is. You can see, looks pretty bad there. That was where Mapes Towing was loading one of the vehicles involved onto the flatbed truck.
Yikes.
But anyway, that vehicle was driven by Michael Gordon, age 28, of Oak Hill. He was traveling northbound on 93. His vehicle went left to center and struck another vehicle driven by, and so it was
okay.
6:57 a.m. in the morning. So that disrupted traffic there on State Route 93. We'll have that story. We have that story online now, by the way, just as of this morning. Okay, we've saluted the football team. We've saluted the cheerleaders. We need to salute the FFAs. That's the Future Farmers Association of America. There was a National FFA convention a couple weekends ago in Indianapolis, Indiana, and there were two of our Jackson County FFA members who were recognized with the ultimate award in FFA. It's called the American Degree. And the two honorees on the left, Cole Callahan of Jackson High School, and on the right, Brooklyn Frisbee of Wellston High School.
Nice.
And let me tell you what. This, by the way, was on the front page of our paper last Saturday. The degree is received by only 1% of FFA members nationally. It is the highest honor that FFA gives, and it is one where you have to have a community service. You have to do a lot of activities within the FFA. Brooklyn, for instance, has been the president of the Wellston FFA for some time. And also, you have to just overall be an outstanding person to win this award, both activities within the FFA and extracurricular activities outside of it. Just a lot of dedication to the ideals of FFA. So this is the American Degree, very, very special honor. and they were recognized on the big stage in Indianapolis, Indiana, a couple of weekends ago. So congratulations to both of
That's
them.
exciting.
All right, a couple of other things to tell you about as we're running out of time. The Operation Christmas Child National Collection Week is this week.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of local churches and individuals in Jackson County are involved in this. Of course, it's a national, almost international thing, so it's just not Jackson County. But it's very active in Jackson County, and this week they will be packing and collecting shoe boxes down at the Oak Hill Evangelical Church of Christian Union on State Route 93, just north of Oak Hill. It's just almost across from the high school there on the other side of the road. And those collection times start today and will go through next Monday, November the 24th. There's times each day to make it convenient for you to drop that off. But that is a wonderful project where you fill a decorative shoebox full of items for children, from very young ages all the way into their teenage age, impoverished children all over the world, in the poorest places. These shoeboxes, there's a Christian message involved in that, and often they are just, these children are just thrilled to receive these Christmas gifts and packages.
They are. And the good news is, if you can't pack your own shoebox, you can actually go online and just pay them to do it for you. The organization, you can, do it that way as well. So that's cool.
Right. Also, and one other thing we want to tell you about, leaf pickup is going on in both Jackson and Wellston. And as we can see, the leaves are falling. They're falling in our yards and all like that. And you don't have to leave them there, but there are certain things that you're supposed to do in each of these cities. The leaf pickups are just started in Wellston today, as a matter of fact, and will go through this week at least. And you just have to have, the leaves over there to the curb. They don't want them bagged because they kind of suck them in there is what they do.
The giant leaf sucker machine thingy.
Right, and leaf pickups
Awesome.
started in Jackson actually earlier in the month, and they will go through November. And if you have leaves, you get them over there by the curb, and then what you're supposed to do is there's another step involved. You just don't rake them over there or put them over there in a pile. You got to call the city utility office at 286-4419 during regular business hours, which that's going on right now. Once you have your leaves over there, call, and the crews will come over and eventually get them. They're going to try to do it efficiently and not drive around to pile over pile. But when they see that there's several piles in an area, they'll hit that area.
Yep.
So, they stay busy that way. But they will get them.
Yes.
They will get them.
It's pretty cool.
Yep, so that is going on right now as well. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with some more news that we didn't have time for. Kind of a busy weekend, a lot going on besides the football and the cheerleading. We had the Horsemen's Council do an exhibition kind of in Manpower Park to give publicity to what they're doing. Also, very successful Remembering 60s concert at Parks Edge Event Center on Friday. We covered both of those events, and we'll talk and show you more about that tomorrow or later in the week.
Very cool. Well, Pete, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right. Well, tell you what, thank you so much to Nancy for spending her time with us this morning and teaching us some yoga, as she is so very well equipped to do. And so that was fun and relaxing. So we hope you enjoyed that. And thanks to Pete for stopping by today. So have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow with, believe it or not, some friends from Tim Hortons, and we'll find out what they have to say.
Oh my! Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
they're close, aren't they?
They are. Hey, when you have a sign, you have to be close, right?
That's exactly right.
Okay, so we'll be back with them. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you right back here in the morning. Bye-bye.